What the fart is going on, guys? Welcome to your 21st tutorial, and like I said, we are done with the CSS. So now we get to hop over in the HTML file and start actually making the crap that makes this stuff work. So what we did is we already linked to the CSS file, so we pretty much just got to go in the body and code all the HTML tags, and let me show you guys how to set it up. Now, if you remember, the very first thing we need to do is we need to make a div, and we need to give it the ID of footer div. And remember, this is just your overall footer. Pretty much says that this thing is going to stick to the bottom of the web page. It's not going to be floating in the middle of the web page or anything. And you know all your basic settings. So that's what the footer is. And usually I like to, embed my tags right here. But for the sake of this tutorial, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make the unordered list right here. So unordered list, because if I start embedding too much stuff like here, then right here, I'm eventually going to be off the screen soon. So in my unordered list, remember this entire footer is an unordered list, and each of these buttons, the home button, account, profile, 2 columns, it's a list item. So in your unordered list, we gave this the ID of footer menu, I think it was. Now the footer menu, if I could find it, where are you? Alright, now the footer menu, we pretty much just did some housekeeping stuff, and we said, okay, reset all the margins and padding and width to 0, and also we pretty much set it up so it isn't a regular unordered list, because a regular unordered list would be like a grocery list where you have tuna, bacon, one item right under each other. But in this unordered list, of course, it's going to be a little bit different. We want our items side by side, so we're basically setting the framework there. Now that's all you need to do to set it up. Pretty freaking sweet, huh? So now what we can do is we can start creating the individual buttons. Now these are very easy. Like I said, each individual button is a list item. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to create these item by item. Each one is actually a little bit different, especially the first one. So the first button on our toolbar is this home icon. Now in the source code is on my forum, tnbforum.com, link below. You can get all the images and everything for the home button I'm talking about. But anyways, the list item, we'll just go ahead and end it right now. Alright, so the list item basically consists of a class, and we named that class home button. Now remember, in the CSS file, what we did, make sure I don't hover over it. Home button, home button, home button, home button. Where you at? Where you at? Come on, big money, big money. Oh, here we go. What we did is we basically said, okay, whenever we have a link in the home button, don't just add normal text to this link. We want it to be a special link. On this link, we want it to be a picture, and when you hover over it, we want it to be another picture. And the reason that we have two different pictures is, look at this little icon right here. Whenever you hover over it, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it turns from gray to white. So that's what we're doing, and of course in our HTML file, what we need to do is we need to add a link. So href, and usually whenever you're making this website, let me just finish this real quick. What you would want to do is you would want to put like index.php or index.html for the home button. But since I don't know what you guys are going to do with this code, I'm just going to put a hashtag there, and that just means, okay, put a link here eventually. But anyways, whenever you make a button and you give it the class home button, then your icon of a little house is going to show up so everyone knows it's home. And by the way, if you want to use images aside from home, then just go over in your CSS and you only need to change the background right here. So now you guys know not only how to style it in CSS, but also how to add it to your HTML file. So that button is actually, that's all we have to do for that. How freaking sweet is that? That was like the easiest thing you guys probably have ever done. Now for the next button right here, it's the account button. Now the account button is a little different. Now this account button has stream, messages, and it has a couple things we want to take note of. First of all, these main header links are red, and they're a little bit bigger text. And you also have your normal links like links, employment, education, and you also have, I want to call them like notification links that are special links. As you can see, whenever you have a new inbox message or a friend request, you can easily point them out because they are bold and they're white. So let me go ahead and show you guys how to do this. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to do this in the next video because it's going to take some time. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.